Hello and welcome to Nctv45, and hopefully you're having a great afternoon. Sunshine, 62, not the warmest of days, but nevertheless very fall-like, and I can't wait to dig in to this afternoon's monologue. I found something that is totally outside the box, and can't even wait. So the train is on the tracks. I'm not taking any time. We're gonna go straight into Newswatch.
If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to Nctv45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are Newswatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. Nctv45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. Nctv45 is the #1 media source locally. Nctv45, anytime on your time.
Pegley's Pasta Amore. When you're hungry for that great Italian taste, bellissimo, it is tremendous. You have to stop by Pegley's for pasta, sandwiches, pizza. Yes, it's Pegley's Pasta Amore for that great Italian taste. It's not just for Sunday anymore. Head over to Pegley's. Simple elegance in a majestic setting. Yes, right here in downtown Newcastle, minutes away from shopping, seconds from a gas station, and let's not forget pastries, a restaurant, and oh yes, the schools. The majestic for that majestic lifestyle, right in the greatest castle, Newcastle. Come by and take a look.
Get to Dad's Bar before the rooster crows. Yes, it's Tony's Lounge, complete with a great bar, pool, yes, jukebox, and a great seating area that is unbelievable. It'll make you hungry, and a wide selection to choose from, including wings. Yes, specials too. Don't monkey around. Get to Tony's Lounge. Okay, folks, it's time for today's opening monologue. And let's start with ink. Yeah, ink. Not pencil ink or pen ink. Ink. You'd INK. You'd put it in a printer. After going 2+ months without receiving ink for my printer, and this all has a point, so listen very, very carefully. I decided to call the company, which I did, and after going through once and them giving me the press 1 if you're itchy, press 2 if you're this, and press 3, I said, no, I'll be a new customer. They answered the phone real quick. To which the gentleman then, after he heard my litany, he said, let me look at your account. "Oh, Mr. Perrotta, you're returning the ink with 90% of the cartridge full." I said, "Well, you kept sending cartridges. And not only did you keep sending cartridges, but you kept sending them a week or two apart with a little note, please change the ink immediately." So I did. "Yeah," he says, "we sent that out, but we didn't actually think you'd do it." Really? You sign up for ink, and the last one, they sent me 3 colored cartridges. Unbelievable. They said they'd straighten it out. They told me to take the black cartridge out, and it would print black. It was amazing. I got around the issue. Then I got a call from my doctor. Well, the doctor's office. The doctor's a very good doctor. The office called me the other day and said, "Please call us. We're concerned about your health. You're due for an appointment." To which I called. They says, "Oh, Mr. Perrotta, you're not due until February. That's outside the bounds of our calendar. But we can't do that. We'll call you back when you need an appointment." Today the phone rang. Call for an appointment. So I called, and they said, "Oh, Mr. Perrotta, you're just supposed to ignore that call because it's a little check mark to remind us why it is you're calling. So it's going to call you until February when we can schedule your appointment." Absolutely stunning. Now, you may recall a few months earlier, I called out one of the Pittsburgh papers. They had written an article about the mayoral race in Newcastle, and I said that was bought and paid for. They could care less about the mayoral race. They really don't give a flying hoot about Newcastle. I said my piece and I went on. Well, today there was another article written about Newcastle. And I think the author of the article got their diploma on the back of a paper bag. What I was looking for and what I was reading was the W football playoff bracket predictions. Now, I made predictions, and I'll tell you how I made the prediction. And I only looked at the 4A. TJ finished with a perfect record, and so did South Fayette. TJ and South Fayette both played for the title last year. You make them 1 and 2. That's interchangeable. And then Mel Vernon, who finished second to TJ, had a better record than Blackhawk. So I put them in number 3 and Blackhawk at number 4. Now, interesting enough, the 8th place team, which was Montour, the 7th place team, which finished last, that was West Mifflin in the TJ conference, And the 6th place team, which was 5-5 Greenberg Salem, I made them 8, 7, and 6 respectively because they're all 5-5. That leaves Blackhawk and Newcastle at 4-5 and playing. Well, we had an author write the most ridiculous, and if this comes out, this has to prove to you what the Pittsburgh paper thinks of us. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I would watch any Pittsburgh media. Has nothing to do with us. They're phonies. Okay. He justified within 18 brackets, sometimes, and I'm quoting, sometimes you have to have the first round games between teams in the same conference. That being said, my first inclination was to put West Mifflin against number 8 Thomas Jefferson, even though they just played a few wins. But West Mifflin owns a victory against Newcastle on its home field. This should mean something. So Newcastle goes to 8. Yes, and Newcastle defeated Montour this season. Montour is playing well. Oh, no, Montour's playing well. Okay? So we'll just move them up. And we'll put Newcastle against Thomas Jefferson. Or, he goes on to say, Montour is playing well for the 4 of the past 5. The only loss was a 31-24 setback to South Fayette. Newcastle, on the other hand, is 3-3, including a loss to 3-7 West Mifflin. The bottom line is, you could do the bracket a number of different ways, and people still could poke holes in it. No, excuse me, Mr. Pittsburgh reporter. Your reason for even suggesting changing the bracket was because, hey, what if one of our Pittsburgh schools gets upset? Do you think we want one of the teams from the whole big North gallivanting in here and playing at Heinz Field and ruining our party? Once again, the Pittsburgh media showed its total non-use for Newcastle, and also showed, not only did it not care, in my humble opinion, but it's willing to write anything to satisfy its constituents down there. It's time that with all the media out there, with all the options you have, you pick and choose wisely. Listen to both sides of the story. Not just in politics, but in sports and every day-to-day type thing. Because it matters. It matters to your community. It matters on who you are. It matters on everything you do. I'll leave the name of the guy to be named Cream Puff, because he totally had to be the biggest buffoon getting his journalism degree on the back of a paper bag or in the back of a cereal box. I'm not sure which. Just unbelievable. to even assert and write something that could suggest that type of thing, to pander to your Allegheny County audience. It's terrible. And that's my commentary. Now, wow. Let's take a look at a couple of the top stories today, and I want to take the time to say anybody dealing with or going to Alley's Upper Crust, please mention Nctv45 to receive your discount. Was just told this morning that, or lunchtime, that Alley will give a discount to anybody that mentions this station when they walk in there. So, and the pizza that I had for lunch was delicious. So that's a win-win. Now, as we roll on, the Elwood City Medical Center doing a great job down there. We'll have more about them as we go on. Tonight, Wilmington plays Central Valley. Another in hockey at Hess. November 2nd is Red and White Night, hosted by Kathy Prester and 4 others. Shenango Township Fire Hall, and that benefits Shannon Hockey. Pennsylvania National Guard, now eligible for the new GI Bill, can now apply. This was signed into law July 1st, 2019. Contact your GI office and make sure that you can get caught up on the information. And the General Assembly well, they're talking about gun rights again, and I'm not even going there. Okay, drug take back program in full swing, and call the DA's office or Newcastle Police Department. They'll help you dispose of them, or I imagine the state police. So that's what you can do there. Now, currently, the temperature is 62 degrees. 58% humidity, winds from the south at 3, barometric pressure 30.12, dew point 47, visibility 10 miles. So, just to give you an update on that, and anybody that is just coming on, didn't watch my opening monologue, you better watch it, because I think it was pretty doggone good. Now, let's go, and we're going to go to sports. And, well, I don't know. By now you know the scores from yesterday. You know that K-State beat up on Oklahoma. The good K-State, bad MSU's offense, and weird ACC Coastal from a wild week 9. And that's ESPN's title, so if you want more sports, go to them. But let's check out the Cedar Sports Corner, and we'll be right back.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle, 724 The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side.
Sylvan Heights Golf Course in Newcastle, Pennsylvania features many amenities, lush fairways, and great greens, and many challenging shots. Your crowd will applaud. A short drive from Butler, Sharon, Pittsburgh, Elwood, and Youngstown. It's Sylvan Heights Golf Course in Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Hello and welcome to the Cedar Sports Corner, and let's get to NFL football. Your Monday night matchup features the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Miami Dolphins. Let's go Steelers, as these are now important wins. Pick up what you should, and the Dolphins not that great. Now Monday in the NBA, you've got Indiana at Detroit, Chicago at the New York Knicks, Orlando at Toronto. 76ers, they're taking on the Hawks. That's a key matchup. I'd like to see that. Cleveland takes on Milwaukee. Golden State at the Pelicans. Oklahoma City at the Rockets. Portland will be at San Antonio. Denver will be at Sacramento. The Utah Jazz taking on Phoenix. And Charlotte will be at the LA Clippers. In baseball action, it'll be a travel day unless we have, as this is recorded earlier, Washington takes the next two. And for your hockey, well, let's see how they fend for your Monday. Monday, light schedule, as Arizona takes on Buffalo, and Florida Panthers will be at Vancouver. This was the Cedar Sports Corner. We're going to take this break. We'll be right back after we hear from these great sponsors.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the
Hi,
food.
friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store or at their restaurant in Newcastle, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
We have a full restaurant. It's a full menu. We're doing like a signature steak with lamb. It's blackened and it's absolutely delicious. We're doing a pasta. We're trying to do the vegetarian. So we got an own menu for just the vegetarian. We have 3 bars back next to the banquet, and that's kind of nice because you have your own. This is the only place in this whole area that really has a hotel next to a restaurant and a bar. We have a huge banquet room. We can sit up to at least 750 people. And we have it all here. We have music, we got DJs, we got a grand baby piano, we have the piano bar, we got intimates, little bar, or we got for bigger parties, or we got for huge parties. We will do whatever we can do to make you happy.
Well, we're back, and for anybody there watching right now, I would ask you to please, at the end of this program, watch my opening monologue. I think it's really kind of important. As we continue on, Authors and Coffee. Saturday 2 to 4, Wampum train station. It's always great. They have a lot of great programs down there that are kind of interesting. Now, this in from State Representative Aaron Bernstein. And Aaron, always in the news. He's the representative from Beaver, Butler, and Lawrence County. Legislation to repeal the provision in state law that could be used as a getaway to implement a state wealth tax on personal property passed the Senate unanimously. House Bill 1085 would repeal the original law enacted in 1935, which aims to eliminate outdated laws and upgrade to a more efficient government. I want to thank Senator Elder Vogel, Scott Hutchison for their partnership in getting the legislation passed through the Senate, said Bernstein. This bill will ensure that taxpayers are protected against additional further taxation. A wealth tax is a levy on the total personal assets, including bank deposits, real estate, assets in insurance and pension plans, ownership in unincorporated businesses, and financial securities and personal trust. Bernstein introduced the bill on April 8th, and it was unanimously approved by the House in May, and then moved to the Senate, and was approved by the Senate Finance Committee Wednesday, and went to the full Senate. So, way to go, Aaron. Great job there. Now, as we continue on with Newswatch, YMCA T-Day 5K run takes place on Thanksgiving, November 28th. This year's 5K race will be they'll have a fun K for those participating but may not want to walk an entire 5K. Runners and walkers, along with their families and friends, are invited to gather at the Y for the fun run before gathering at the table for thanks. This is presented by Phil Fitzford. This family-friendly event benefits the Y's annual campaign, and it's just a good time. We even carried it last year, so check that out. And Wolf administration owns a roundtable on teens for safe driving, and have regular conversations with your teens about safe driving. Establish a parent-teen driver contract. Strongly encourage the teens to avoid distractions behind the wheel, such as texting on a cell phone. Limit the number of passengers in the vehicle. Gradually increase the amount of time and distance teens are allowed to drive. Enforce the observation of limits and rules of the road. Set a good example with your own driving habits. So that's some information from Governor Tom Wolf. And let's check out weather. Currently 62, and when you look at local radar, clear. I'm not even going to take the time to show you something that's really in good shape. Instead, we're just going to go to Lawrence County 45 weather. We'll be right back. Hello and a very pleasant welcome to Yes, You Got It. Lawrence County 45 weather. Well, after last night's mostly cloudy low of 44, how's your Monday looking? Well, folks, expect us to break out of the cloud cover as you look at local radar, and you see moisture off to our south, but nothing in our area. The national scene shows clearing to the west. So what does that mean? Monday, sunshine and 64. Monday night, mostly clear and 47. Tuesday, partly sunny and 66. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, 46. Wednesday, mostly cloudy and a high of 62. There is a 40% chance of rain, and as you get into Wednesday night, Wednesday, high is 62, 40% chance of rain, and as you get into Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, 47, chance of rain goes up to 70%. Now, rain on Thursday with a high of 57, chance of rain 70%, and the rain will continue Thursday night with a mostly cloudy 38, 50% chance of rain. Your Friday, sunshine and 50, and that's great for those high school playoff games. And as you get to the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, partly cloudy, highs 46, 48, and overnight lows around 33. That was Lawrence County 45 weather. We're going to take this break, and we'll be right back after we hear from these great sponsors.
Standing by my window
is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company, home, residential, commercial, water coolers. You can contact us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. We're fast, efficient, and we deliver water. We offer 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Contact us today at 724-498-4760.
Your family and friends will be pleased if you suggest dining at Mary's Middle Eastern Restaurant in Newcastle. Lamb and chicken dishes, stuffed grape leaves, tabbouleh, hummus, kibbe, and so much more from their huge menu. When you're looking for something different for your dining experience, then Mary's is the answer. Many of their customers come in from nearby counties. Mary's Middle Eastern Restaurant, located on Long Avenue in Newcastle. Call 724-652-2447.
Arlington Market, located at 726 Arlington Avenue, has all the great food you remember. Yes, their canned goods are fantastic and feature that old world taste. And meat, cheeses, produce, lunch meats, fresh cut meats, groceries, and so much more. It's Arlington Market. It'll make your table look spectacular.
Well, folks, we're back, and I want to encourage you. This is what I want to encourage you to do. You know, in the recent weeks, we've talked about the election. We've talked about the different ideas we've had. In the city, outside of the city, and that's fine. I personally think that's healthy, because as many ideas as we can get will make us a better place. But I encourage you, and I'm pleading with you, please share the opening part of this Newswatch. It had nothing to do with politics. It had everything to do with being smart. Whether it was the ink company, a doctor's office, or some yin-yang writing on a sports page about a wild and fluky ride to try to justify ranking of teams. It's discriminatory. It's discriminatory against our kids. It's discriminatory against our city, our county, and everything else. It's time that we stand up as a community and say, hey, wait, no, don't bring that here. Or we're going to rebut you, rebuff you, and tell you why you're wrong. We don't have to buy Pittsburgh papers. I came across them purely by accident. Okay? I wouldn't buy one if they gave it to me now. Good riddance. And, I appreciate it, and I'd like you to watch Nctv45 as much as you can. We're not the be-all, end-all. We didn't invent this medium. But we try and give you a straight shot. We try and tell you both sides of the story and what it looks like. Whether it's traffic flow in downtown, an icy hill called Jefferson Street, or a football, a hockey game, whatever it is. Sometimes we all can't be there. That's the reason I already told you about the 3 media type thing just to cover a town this size. But don't go around with that negative attitude, because it allows jerks like that to write about our kids, your kids, and to try and manipulate it for their kids. That's all it is. Situational ethics is wrong on every plane. On every plane. Now, with that being said, let's take this break. We'll be right back.
There's more than meets the eye. Gotta give every Newcastle a try. They're a small town for living. Look around.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
This program brought to you by Cummings Landscaping and Design. Brandon Cummings, owner operator.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
Today's programming is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
As I leave you this evening, I ask you to please tell a friend, and have a friend tell a friend, about Nctv45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, oh, I don't watch a lot of TV, you tell them that Nctv45, why, we're available anytime on your time. Yes, a train that runs on your schedule, why, that's Nctv45. right here in Newcastle, Lawrence County. Now, as we go through, and I try to figure out what the heck is going on with my monitor. It's amazing. So, by all means, have a great evening in what I call the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence. Have a great evening, all.